What if I told you the entire history of the United States, from rebellious colonies to superpower status, could be told in just 10 minutes? Sounds impossible, right? Well, get ready, because this isn't just about facts and dates. It's about revolutions, reinventions, and a country constantly rewriting its own story. So, grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's rewind the wild ride of America. Let's go way back, before George Washington, before the Founding Fathers, before even the word America meant anything. For thousands of years, this land was home to millions of indigenous peoples. Tribes like the Iroquois, Navajo, Sioux, and Cherokee had thriving societies with governments, trade, and rich cultures. This wasn't an empty wilderness, it was a mosaic of civilizations. Then, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and suddenly the New World became a new target. In the 1600s, European powers rushed in, Spain to the south, France up north, and England on the Atlantic coast. Colonies popped up like Wi-Fi signals, and soon 13 British colonies were hustling and growing and getting restless. By the 1770s, those colonies were over it. No taxation without representation became the rallying cry. England wanted taxes. The colonists wanted freedom. Tensions boiled until 1776, when a group of bold rebels signed the Declaration of Independence. Enter the American Revolution. A ragtag group of farmers and freedom fighters faced the strongest military in the world, and won. How? Grit, luck, French help, and a whole lot of determination. In 1789, the U.S. Constitution was born. It created a bold new experiment, a republic where power came from the people. It wasn't perfect, but it was revolutionary. The 1800s were like puberty for America. Growth spurts and serious growing pains. The U.S. nearly doubled in size with the Louisiana Purchase, expanded westward, and coined the idea of manifest destiny, the belief that the U.S. was destined to stretch from sea to shining sea. But here's the contradiction. While the U.S. preached freedom, it expanded slavery. The economy of the South thrived on the backs of enslaved Africans, and tensions between North and South grew. Meanwhile, Native Americans were pushed out through brutal policies like the Trail of Tears. The cost of expansion was immense and often ignored. By 1860, things snapped. In 1861, the country tore itself in two. The Civil War was the deadliest conflict in American history. Brother fought brother over the future of the nation. Freedom versus slavery, unity versus secession. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, and by 1865, the Union had won. Slavery was abolished. But freedom didn't mean equality. Reconstruction tried to rebuild the South and give rights to newly freed Black Americans. There was progress, but also fierce backlash. Jim Crow laws rose, and the dream of true equality was pushed into the future. The late 1800s and early 1900s, America went full throttle. Factories, railroads, skyscrapers, immigrants poured in through Ellis Island, chasing the American dream. Cities boomed, so did inequality. The U.S. became a player on the world stage, flexing its muscle in the Spanish-American War and later World War I. In the 1920s, jazz roared and flappers danced. But by 1929, the party crashed, hard with the Great Depression. Millions lost jobs, homes, hope. Then came World War II. America entered in 1941 after Pearl Harbor. It became the arsenal of democracy, helping defeat the Axis powers and emerging as a superpower, alongside a new rival, the Soviet Union. For the next 40 years, the U.S. lived in the shadow of the Cold War. not with bullets but with spies, nukes, and ideological battles. While astronauts raced to the moon, Americans fought for justice on Earth. The civil rights movement challenged segregation and racism. Heroes like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X pushed the nation to live up to its ideals. In 1964 and 65, landmark laws ended segregation and protected voting rights. But the struggle was far from over. Meanwhile, protests raged against the Vietnam War, and the country questioned everything: its government, its purpose, even its soul. The Cold War ended in 1991. America stood alone as the world's superpower. Then came September 11th, a day that changed everything. The U.S. entered wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. At home, the Patriot Act, airport security, and political polarization reshaped life. Technology exploded. Social media changed how we connect, talk, and argue. We elected the first black president in 2008, a billionaire reality star in 2016, and faced a global pandemic in 2020. Movements like Black Lives Matter, debates over climate change, and questions about democracy, identity, and the future. This is the America of right now. So, what is the United States? It's not perfect. It's messy, divided, hopeful, flawed, resilient. But at its best, it's an idea that people from anywhere can build something together. And its story, still being written, maybe by you. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or just epic, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. What moment in U.S. history fascinates you the most? Thanks for watching. And remember, history isn't just about the past, it's about where we go next.